Have you ever imagined the possibility of being manipulated without even realizing it? Supreme, if you're intrigued but skeptical, keep watching. This video will reveal powerful secrets that defy everything you thought you knew about the human mind. Allow me to tell you the story of Juan, an ordinary man trapped in the whirlwind of manipulated emotions. Despite believing he was making his own decisions, Juan struggled in a labyrinth of psychological obsessions woven around him. Determined to change his situation, Juan embarked on a journey of self-discovery. He learned that the key was not to resist but to understand the subtle techniques of emotional manipulation affecting him. Do you want to know how Juan finally freed himself from the invisible clutches of dark psychology? Don't worry, I'll share it with you in just a moment. But before that, we will unravel the techniques of psychological obsession, revealing a journey through the shadows of emotional manipulation. Get ready to discover the darkest secrets of the human mind, because in this world, the truth is often more terrifying than fiction. Phase 1. Mirroring. In the invisible fabric of our daily interactions, there is a subtle tactic that many are unaware of but impacts our deepest emotions: mirroring. Psychology reveals that we experience a sense of comfort when encountering those who mirror our nonverbal language. This is how manipulators deploy their game, skillfully imitating gestures and postures to lower defenses, gain trust, and go unnoticed as threats. A manipulation ballet based on neuro-linguistic programming. But here is the first astonishing piece of this puzzle. After creating an anchor and connecting with someone on a deep level by adapting to their nonverbal language, building trust, you can challenge the law of emotional contagion. Even if that person initially appears closed, opening your own language triggers the curious dance of emotional contagion. Now, imagine the power that resides in the simple act of uttering a name. The second technique, the power of the name, reveals an emotionally impactful secret. Studies confirm that using someone's name throughout a conversation or when requesting something creates a deeper bond. The person feels recognized, important. But let's not underestimate the power behind this gesture as it goes further. It is a key that opens emotional doors, facilitating subtle manipulation. Indeed, by uttering that name, hidden emotions are awakened. The person becomes more accessible, more influenceable. Because, in the end, we all crave to be recognized and valued. Phase 2, Feeling Special. Technique 1. A subtle yet powerful game begins with the essence of who you are, your passions. Skillful puppeteers, manipulators immerse themselves in your hobbies, making them the epicenter of the conversation. They become companions to your interests, sharing a unique bond. But it's not just a superficial compliment, it's an authentic praise for what you love. Imagine someone suddenly telling you that they have never met someone as passionate as you about something. It's not about your physical appearance, it's about that genuine flame burning within you. Thus, subtly, they make you feel unique. Technique 2. A journey into the depths of being. Discovering your fears. It's not an invasion, it's an act of understanding. Manipulators delve into your fears, validating them and becoming your beacon in the storm. A bond is woven, and soon, you depend on them to overcome your emotional obstacles. In moments of fear and frustration, they become your refuge. But be cautious, because in this dependency, the seed of emotional addiction is sown. Technique 3. A dangerous dance in the abyss of negativity. Discovering whom or what you hate. The manipulator, without justification, aligns with that hatred, creating an illusion of exclusive camaraderie. A kind of us against the world, a mental game that strengthens bonds and creates a unique connection. Do you realize? It's like a theatrical performance in their minds, a script that binds their souls in a special, albeit ephemeral, connection. These techniques, like threads in the shadows, manipulate our emotions. Phase 3. Addiction. Technique 1. Intermittent reinforcement. A term coined by the psychologist Skinner, inspired by the uncertainty of rewards in casinos and gambling. The game of not knowing whether you will win or lose, creating a biochemical whirlwind in your brain, more serotonin, more dopamine. A recipe for addiction. Now, let's apply this to human relationships. Imagine you have followed every step mentioned before. The manipulator has built their position as a vital pillar in your life, supporting you in your fears and frustrations, valuing your tastes and hobbies. But suddenly, one day, the support disappears. How would you react? The affected person, so accustomed to that validation, will instinctively be driven to seek it. It's like taking a pack of cigarettes away from a daily smoker. Anxiety takes over, and they will do whatever it takes to regain that support. The key here is intermittency. The manipulator doesn't disappear consistently. They give small doses of validation one day and withdraw it the next. It's an addiction dynamic, small pills that keep the person trapped in this emotional Russian roulette. Being alert to these tactics is crucial. Don't let emotions become the playground of manipulators. Technique 2. Let's delve into a subtle yet dangerous technique, being a mystery. Imagine being a mystery, withholding details about your free time, your encounters, letting the other person fill in the gaps with their imagination. The result? Uncertainty, and with it, a cocktail of dopamine and serotonin that turns into addiction. But it also sparks jealousy and fear of replacement. Now, take a moment to send an intriguing message, "We need to talk," or "I have something important to confess." And then, disappear. The reaction it provokes is one of uncertainty and desperation. The mind fills with theories, and nervousness prevents focusing on other areas of life. During that time of absence, a scenario begins to build in their head, investing more time in thinking about you. Don't give them the assurance that they already have you won from the start, because if they feel too secure, they will lose interest. Say no more often, don't plan constantly. You must show that you have a life beyond that person. Exclusivity is power, and to maintain interest, you must be more exclusive. Limit your availability. What can be easily obtained loses value. The real power lies in being more exclusive. This is known as the celebrity effect. Technique 3. Let's move on to a manipulation technique as insidious as it is painful. We'll call it the forbidden fruit. After building an apparently strong connection, revealing a compatibility that illuminates the darkness, the manipulator suddenly questions the continuity of the relationship. This is where excuses flourish: age, distance, passivity, kindness, differences. A brutal blow to someone who thought compatibility was as solid as a rock. Imagine someone who has shared laughter and dreams with you, only to face the unexpected storm of doubts. Can we still be together? The manipulator asks. Excuses fly in the air, and the manipulated person is left stunned, desperately seeking more validation to convince the manipulator that the connection is real. This video serves an educational purpose, a tool to detect manipulators. So please, be aware and responsible with the information we share here. Have you experienced these techniques before? Did you know they existed, or were you surprised? Share your experiences in the comments. And before you go, I have a special invitation for you. Get ready for the next video, where I'll reveal 9 skills that will transform you into an irresistible man. Join this exclusive group and be part of the evolution. If this content has been helpful, show it with a like and subscribe. See you soon, Supreme.